Well, a very good afternoon, everybody. How was your day in Castaway Cay? Yeah, lovely. Mother Nature did a nice job with the weather today, didn't she? It was gorgeous. But I do hope you had a great day, and we are so thankful for you to join us here today. My name is Ashley. I'm your cruise director here, and this is actually a wonderful panel of our creative, so talented set of experts here, and they're going to take us behind the curtain in how we designed and developed a whole new world of entertainment here on the Disney Wish. But first, I'd like them to go down, introduce themselves, say where they're from, how long they've been with Disney Cruise Line, and what they do for Disney Cruise Line. Go right ahead.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Woohoo! Castaway Day, yeah! My name is Denise Case. Come on, who doesn't love the island? Denise Case, I'm the Director of Entertainment Creative for Disney Cruise Line. I have worked for the company for a long time. I actually started as a kid of the kingdom, way back when in the Magic Kingdom, right? Circa 1980 something, I'm not gonna tell you. And I've been with Disney Cruise Line in this creative director role for the past 2.5 years. And I'm so happy to be here with y'all. Oh, and I'm from Edison, New Jersey. Yes, New Jersey!
Jersey girl.
Yeah.
How can I beat that? Hi everybody, nice to see you. My name is Ed Whitlow. I am the Director of Artistic and Talent Casting for Disney Cruise Line. I am originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. You'll hear my southern accent come out. But I live in Toronto, Ontario. I've been living there for about 22 years, hard to believe. And yeah, it's great to see you all here and nice to be able to spend some time with you. Oh, and I started with Disney in the original cast of Beauty and the Beast at Disney MGM Studios back in the very early 90s. Now you're seeing how old I am. Next person.
Well, hi everyone, my name is Sara Wordsworth, and I'm also a Jersey girl, Denise. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that, but now that's exciting. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it later. But I'm originally from New Jersey, but I've been living in New York for about 20 years. And my title around here is show writer for the Walt Disney Theatre. I've been creating some experiences for Disney Cruise Line for about 7 years now. I've done some of the recent shows that have come out, Frozen and Beauty and the Beast, and the experiences you'll have here. And before that, have done some performing work for the Walt Disney Company dating back to 2003.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel. I am...
That might be my daughter.
I'm from Hampton Roads, Virginia, and I have worked at Disney for, today is officially 6 months. I am one of the guest artists for the Mainstage Performers.
Fantastic. Thank you. How about a big round of applause for all of our panelists today? Well, and you know what? The Disney Wish was clearly created with entertainment in mind. You know, you look around every single corner of this ship and it is immersed in entertainment. So could you walk us through that thought process in how we designed a ship with entertainment in mind?
Sure, I'll kick us off. You guys okay with that? Yeah. So when we first looked at the Disney Wish, our Imagineering partners brought us through the Wish. And it was the first time we were introduced to the motif of enchantment. And the motif really helps steer a lot of the creative that you see on the ship. And when we walked through the spaces, literally, this is true, y'all, I was jumping up and down with excitement, especially when we saw the Grand Hall and the stage, and our castle on the seas was going to become a real thing, right? And so immediately we were so excited and we started brainstorming all this fabulous entertainment. And we were able, especially in the Grand Hall, to treat it as an environmental theater. Meaning that the whole space was our stage. We have a beautiful stage, right? Isn't it just so pretty? And we knew that we could do just more productions there. But also in and around the space, we created fairy tale players, Lord Leopold and Lady Lily, who could activate the space, right? We knew we could do more than just meet and greets. It just opened up a world of possibilities to us. So motif really helped drive a lot of the enchantment that you see on board. We wanted it to be engaging, immersive. As you can see, the deck design upstairs is fantastic. I hope did you all experience Set Sail on a Wish yesterday? Yeah, did you have fun? Oh, good. We were so excited to have that up, the screen on the video wall upstage. It's been really enchanting and magical. So yeah, entertainment really, it helped drive a lot of what you see. We're very excited to bring it to life in new ways, right, Ed?
Yeah, and just to tag on to that, has anyone been able to go to Arendelle yet and see the restaurant? That's just another example of, over the last few years, we've been, with Disney Cruise Line, been finding ways to get more entertainment immersed in some of our restaurants. How cool is that? We've done some small events in there, but how could we do something that really was dedicated just to that space and really surprise people when they go in, that they're truly immersed in that story. So I believe that's what we've accomplished there. We've accomplished it in Worlds of Marvel.
Yeah.
Really, entertainment is the DNA of Disney, right? And it's absolutely something that's got to be in every corner, around every corner. And it's so great to see every venue with some element of stage to tell
And
a
new
story.
stories to tell, right? Like, I love the fact that Arendelle, it's a new story.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
happens to Kristoff and Anna? They get engaged. Hey, we throw them a party, right? It was just so fun to take the storytelling past Frozen 2 and kind of tell this new little tale about the two of them. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, it's great to be able to invite the guests to be, to be guests at the engagement party. So, and also be able to take a lot of that entertainment, not just from the stage, but move it around the space as well. It's not just a stage like this, but we're coming out to you, right? So.
Oh, incredible.
Also, is the app live? Is that something I can mention, the game? Are we doing that?
Game.
Well, we have had some people trial our new Disney Uncharted Adventure, and it's such a great example of how we're incorporating that fun, that entertainment, that storytelling throughout the ship in fun, new ways. It's incredible. And Denise, you actually hit on something a little bit earlier that I'd love to explore a little further. You talked about the Grand Hall, and that's where our guests first step on board and first get that taste of that enchanted family vacation. And you talked about the fact that it's the first time we've ever had a stage in the heart of our ship. So could you tell us a little bit more about what our guests are going to see there come July 14th?
Come July 14th, when guests enter, they'll experience First Wish. You'll be greeted with a royal couple up in the balcony to welcome you. Of course, our guests they're always announced on our ship because we just know that's so special and everyone deserves the royal treatment themselves. So you'll be invited into the ship. You'll be greeted by one of our fairy tale players, and there's a lovely moment that happens when the guests themselves, with the wishing wands that the children will receive, they help enchant the Grand Hall, and they almost wake up the enchantment of the Grand Hall with special lighted effects that are really quite spectacular and lovely. So that's where the enchantment really begins. And then at the last night of the cruise, this will happen, of course, once we're sailing out for Maiden, there will also be other wonderful, magical, enchanted moments that happen on your final night of the cruise, and then little moments scattered in between the voyage. So there's enchantment every day in the Grand Hall.
And you know what I loved as well too, and it's so clever, when you all got on board, did you look up to the balcony on deck 5 and see some of your Disney friends up there?
Yes.
I love it, and you never know who's going to come out during the cruise up there.
And it's right, and you never know who's behind the curtain. Who's behind the curtain?
Coming to us soon, right?
Coming soon. Who's behind the curtain? It's fun.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think I heard you on Echo over there. But also, let's take a moment. Okay, so we've gone to the Grand Hall. It's the first day of the cruise. A lot of you folks said that you joined us yesterday for Set Sail on a Wish. And of course, we always have our iconic sail away party. What makes this one so special here on the Disney Wish?
At the deck stage, we love the deck stage. It's huge! It's so big, and we can fit so many cast members up there. And I don't know if you all noticed, but aside from Mickey and Minnie and Pluto and Goofy and Donald and Daisy, right? We also had some new friends join us. We had Cinderella and Prince Charming, Tiana and Naveen, Rapunzel and Flynn Rider, along with Moana. So we had even more friends that could join us with a huge cast. We had dancers and our entertainment hosts. It's a large cast up there, and I just love the energy, right? Big props and flags and ribbon wands and yeah, all the things. And it's because we have this amazing new space that we get to fill. And also, do y'all love the tiered pools?
Oh my gosh.
Don't we
That's
love
the
the
best thing.
right?
That's the best thing. If you
For
haven't been up
viewing?
to You gotta go up to deck 13,
Yeah.
up to Aquamouse, and
Uh-huh.
look down
Uh-huh.
during the show and
Yeah.
see this massive, huge stage. I mean, there's just such a great vantage point everywhere you go. And that was one of the goals with the redesign of the decks up there was, you may recall on our other ships, it's a little bit more flat. There are some areas to step up on that this one has. It almost feels like a theater. It feels like a true amphitheater.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Can't wait till we do some really big TV shows or something like that.
There you go.
Yes, so you'll be able to watch shows from the comfort of your jacuzzi.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't want to do that? That's amazing.
So true.
But it is really true, because I know the first time I went up there, the first time I got to walk on board and to see that area, it's incredible. And it's another example of how this ship was really designed with that entertainment at the forefront all over the ship. So now we've talked about Set Sail on a Wish, but another iconic fan favorite, of course, of all of our guests, is our Pirate Night and Pirate Deck Party. And I know we got a whole new twist on this one as well. So could you take us through that one?
What goes great with pirates? Rock and roll, people! Rock and roll goes great with pirates, right? I mean, just, who's Jack Sparrow's dad? Oh, I don't know. Thank you. So, rock and roll goes great with pirates. So, Pirates Rock and Parlay, it's still got Captain Jack and some of your favorite pirate friends, right? But we put a twist on it, and it is rock and roll. We have a band on stage, the Scallywags, and they are fantastic. We've got the Scallywags. This party was based off of the attraction more than the film franchise, right? Sneak a little hint there. Because as we know, Captain Jack is actually in the attraction. So this actually features a new character we've created, and her name is Captain Red. And we see her as maybe the great-granddaughter of the redhead from the attraction, yeah? And she is, she's running a right old auction in Tortuga, yeah? And she's now the captain of her own ship. There's a thin storyline that talks about Captain Red unleashing a sparkling treasure, and I bet you all could guess what that is. She does need some help from some pirate brethren who happen to show up conveniently. And it is just a raucous, good time. I think you all are gonna love it. The music is fantastic. It's some songs that some of you may already know. Some really great rock and roll standards. And another really fun thing is that the band also plays the fireworks live. So I don't know if you've ever heard fireworks to live music before, but it is really crazy great, and I hope you all enjoy it very much.
So cool, so cool. And of course we get a nice little taste of that tonight as well, right?
Taste of Pirates.
10:30 p.m. tonight, we'll see you up there. But okay, so we're moving from the deck stage a little bit. I want to head over to the Walt Disney Theatre, because always a huge love for all of our guests are those incredible shows that we put on in the Walt Disney Theatre. And you all have created 2 brand new shows for the Disney Wish. And I want to start with the first one, The Little Mermaid. It has been such a pleasure getting to see you all put that together, putting those finishing touches, which is what you're doing right now on that show. Can you tell us a little bit about the concept for this version of The Little Mermaid?
That's a great question for Sara. This is our writer of The Little Mermaid.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. So I had done some media interviews earlier today, and one question that I got from a lot of people, I'm just going to start with that one. How long have you been working on this? And I think people find it interesting to know that I've been on the scene, greeted the blank page over 3 years ago. And so it really takes that long for Disney as a company and for the creatives that they bring in to begin talking about what kind of stories we want to see in the Walt Disney Theater for each of the ships, for each of the new experiences. And then really to bring that to life, it's a process that we start with a page though. I always say we start with a blank page. And when I took a look at The Little Mermaid, when they came to me and said, could you think about reimagining this for the Disney Wish? First of all, it's a great honor, but it's also a great challenge, because that particular story is so vital in the Disney canon, because it's looked at as the beginning of the Disney Renaissance, the Renaissance of that animation period. And so when you go to adapt something like that, your first job is to not lose the things that people hold dear, right? The music that people hold dear, the characters that they hold dear. And I remember going to the theater and seeing The Little Mermaid and watching Ariel swim for the first time. And so when I walk into the theater, as many of the adults walk into the theater, They have a long relationship
Yeah.
with this story, with these characters, with this music. But I also walk into the theater holding the hand of my daughter. And she's going to have her relationship with it, as are all of the children, as are all of this new generation walking into the theater. So when you greet this project and think, how are we going to bring this to the stage to meet all of those expectations, to meet what you know and love about it, but also what's in it for the next set. To do that, I came up with a thematic concept, which is we are going to literally and figuratively unearth this beloved, treasured tale, crack open that treasure chest, and see what's inside, and have a group of storytellers tell us the story. So I'm very excited about this, and Disney has teamed up with a team of Broadway professionals. We've been all working together, literally hundreds of people have been working on this project over the past few years, and I'm so excited to show you what it is.
That's wonderful.
Soon.
You know what? Yes, absolutely. And Rachel, I would love to know from you, bringing, like Sara said, there are some beloved and iconic characters in The Little Mermaid. Could you tell us a little bit about your process and what it's been like to be able to bring one of those roles to life?
Absolutely. I could not believe it was a dream come true, obviously, when I got this job, because everyone's wanted to be a Disney princess their whole life. But who has wanted to be an evil sea witch their whole life? Oh my God, that's me! I just love the fact that everything about Ursula in the movie that we loved, the fact that she loves her body, that she owns her strength, that she is fabulous and she knows it. It's all in this telling of Little Mermaid, and we just love that Sara kept the heart of every character. Like, you will feel like you're watching the movie, but you'll also feel like you're putting yourself in the movie. Everyone can see themselves in this version, and it's just so wonderful, I have to say.
That's incredible. Yeah, we've talked about the concept, we've talked about what it's like to be one of these amazingly iconic characters. And can you talk us a little bit more about the process of how we've been bringing it all to life in our Walt Disney Theatre?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's, as Sara said, you know, it really takes years to get to that point where we're really going to bring it to the theater and start truly creating it in the space. And one of the things that I get to do that I just feel so fortunate to do is oversee the rehearsal process and also oversee the talent casting piece, where we try to find all these fabulous, amazing performers that, you know, many of them coming from Broadway, coming from national tours, West End, Stratford, all over. You know, we're just really fortunate to have so many great people want to come out and do these shows because they know that it's true Broadway caliber. So once we actually get to that point of auditioning and finding that talent, that's usually about 9 or 10 months out at least before we're going to head to the ship, because we go through a period where we find the talent, we process them, get them ready to come into rehearsals, then we start rehearsals. And for a new show like this, we rehearse for about a month first, and then we head to, we do the other shows, because, you know, it's basically repertory theater at sea, right? And then we head to the ship and start installing the show and programming it, and start trying to figure out, oh, well, did we think that flying sequence was going to be the way we thought it was? Yes, it is. It's great. Or, oh, we discover other new things about the scenery and things that our performers kind of, you know, enlighten us as they're starting to work with that equipment. So it's a pretty cool process, and amazing to see the pieces and parts start to really meld together and start to make a lot of sense. And so much of that is, you know, we have an incredible facility with amazing technology, especially when it comes to video. You know, you've probably seen shows over the last, especially the last 5 to 10 years, a lot of what we call video mapping, where video can be projected on everything. The whole theater gets mapped out to be able to imagine creating like Ariel's grotto all around the audience, so they feel like they're really in it. We can do that kind of stuff, and we've got amazing LED walls. There's one right there, and we've also got those in the theater as well. So that coupled with all the special effects, it takes time to be able to get those special effects in, the pyrotechnics, it's a Disney show, it's got to have some kind of wow like that here and there. But in the end, I think what's amazing about, once you see it all come together, which we're all going to see tonight when we do Seize the Adventure, getting to see an audience like all of you come in and see the work, what we've been working on and what we're still working on. We're not quite there yet. We've got a few other special things that we're going to be adding within the process of getting that show open. I do think that the great thing is for us to be able to watch you watch the show. That's a really special moment for us. Kind of typically confirms what we thought.
No, absolutely, you're right. The audience is such an important part of the whole live theater experience.
Especially the kids. We build the shows for everybody, but there's the kids just really, there's a lot of truth and heart in how they respond to the stories that we're telling, and we love that. It really confirms for us that we get it right.
Now, as you talked about tonight, Seize the Adventure. It is, of course, our second new show here, and we've got a preview for them tonight. So you could give us a little bit of a sneak peek, a little hint on what they're going to see tonight from this show.
Wow. Well, Seize the Adventure is, again, another...
Would you like me to field this in?
You should do it.
I thought you did another
She
great
wrote
one.
that one too.
We're going to do our best throughout the day, and I know that look from Ed. You. That's what that means.
Sarah, go for it.
Yeah, great. So I'm super excited also about Disney Seize the Adventure. This one was a really fun challenge because Disney got together and said, hey, we'd like a new welcome aboard show, as it were, a new embarkation musical. But we want to do something a little different here. We want to do an original story show, something that feels like a piece of musical theater. Condensed a little bit. It's a little bit shorter than our other main stage shows because it is your first night on the ship and guests have many places to go and things to see. But yet we want to give you a taste of what it's going to be like if you decide to come back to the theater each night, and we hope you do. So there were a lot of goals with this show, but also because it's the first day, to give you as many characters as we can, so much music that you love. So we also wanted to feature our VIPs. We wanted to feature maybe Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. So we came up with this idea to do an original musical starring Goofy, who has not been seen in the spotlight on our stage a lot. He's often in the background supporting the others. And so what you're going to see in Seize the Adventure is a real story. A story for our friend Goofy that's filled with a lot of humor and heart. And Captain Minnie is going to lead him on a big adventure where he's going to find his own inner captain, and he's going to be aided by some of your favorite characters. So really excited about that.
Yeah, it's really great. I think we worked hard at the first day of the cruise, tying together everything that you experience as you come on. The minute you come onto the ship and you have the welcome embark moment, and you've got your wands, right? Activate the ship. And then the same thing whenever we go up on deck for the set sail party. We hope a lot of those kids bring their wands because who's up there? Fairy Godmother.
Fairy Godmother.
Ready to set sail and magically get the ship to head out to sea. But then we also are looking to tie into that magic, that wishing wand again, and activate that theater and all the storytelling that's going to happen in it. So it really does tie together. And there's one other special thing that happens after the show, but I don't know if I should give it away.
Don't.
Okay, I'm not giving it away.
No way.
Don't.
Not giving it away. You'll just have to see, but we're not quite there yet. We still have some rehearsal to do on that. But it's coming at us, probably by maybe.
You got to leave those surprises there, Ed. You have to. You do. Okay, so we've talked about the Walt Disney Theater. We've talked about our incredible stage in the Grand Hall, up on the upper decks, but we are leaving out a new stage, and one that a lot of folks probably don't even realize until they walk into the space, but you mentioned it earlier, Arendelle, a frozen dining adventure.
Yes,
Incredible.
We touched on it earlier, and this again, the Arendelle experience is something that's so special to us. With our entertainment restaurants on the Wonder and on the Magic, we have Tiana's Place and Rapunzel's Royal Table. Those restaurants weren't necessarily created. They were built years and years ago, and were not created with an infrastructure for entertainment. but Arendelle was. And we made sure, again, we go right back to our Disney DNA of entertainment comes first, and that's what we did with that room. We moved that stage to the center of the restaurant, which we thought that made a huge difference. There's a lot better vantage point for everyone. And we also made sure that we continued that story from Frozen 2, where they got engaged, Kristoff and Queen Anna got engaged, and what was the next piece of that story but inviting all the guests in to enjoy an amazing engagement, royal engagement party. I got a chance to work with Sara on it initially.
I have to just interject. What a fun assignment, because Ed said to me, don't forget, build in, now it's appetizers, now it's dinner.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I haven't done that before.
You do. You have to think about, okay, when are we taking the orders, and then what entertainment
You gotta
can
eat,
happen,
right?
and
So
then
you build the
you're
show
gonna-
around.
Yeah. So, doing that, but also, raising the bar again on ourselves from doing Tiana's Place, which was so successful, and Rapunzel's. How could we take it to another level? And really, with this ship and having such an amazing opportunity to build it the way we wanted it to be. One of the things that I'm really proud of is Olaf, and the fact that we have Olaf truly represented in his size, the way you see him in the film, which is absolutely adorable.
He's so
You gotta
He's real
admit,
size, real size Olaf,
he
yeah.
comes in, and every time I'm just like,
I know.
how cool is that?
I love that so much.
Yeah, he's great. He's great,
So
and,
good.
and being able to take him out on his own little, I call it his own little float. He's almost like his own little float that he goes out and strolls around the restaurant. That's a really special thing. I was watching some of the kids last night as they were enjoying it, and him interacting with Oaken. Oaken also, there's another first, having him on board, and his Hardy Party planning services. Thank you.
He needs a job in the off season, right?
my
He's
goodness.
in the catering business
He's
now.
amazing.
He's an
great.
entrepreneur, that Oaken.
Yeah.
He's always coming up with
Many
something new.
businesses.
And
That one was inspired by Frozen Fever, right?
Right,
He comes
right,
with
yeah,
his
yeah,
mobile
yeah,
carts.
yeah.
What else does Oaken do?
oh yeah.
Oaken, multi-talented guy.
We even have our own little bachelor party moment right in the middle when Oaken and Kristoff get to sing their version of Let It Go, which is a lot of fun. So there's still a little bit more magic that's going to be in the room, just so you know. We're not quite there yet with some of the final touches, but Elsa's magic is going to be quite spectacular when it's all finished. If you were there and you got to see it last night, you saw half of it. You'll see a lot more over the next few weeks as we finish it up.
No, absolutely. And it's been so exciting getting to see all of these coming to life, all this entertainment all around the ship. And I know we've highlighted most of our big shows that we have all around, but what are some other highlights around the ship that we haven't touched on yet?
I think down in the Oceaneers Club, right? Oceaneers Club. Wow. Has anyone taken a tour down there? Come on. Let's talk about Oceaneers Club, everybody. Is it not fabulous?
As a parent, thank you for that.
Hey, we're here for you. I really love that space. The storytelling in that space is ridiculously wonderful. I was able to actually cruise on the Halcyon back at World, and I can tell you that the cargo bay here is just amazing. The creatures, the fact that they gave the loft cat the little pork stuffed animal, come on. Kids are gonna love it. It's so great. Between that and the Marvel Superhero Academy, you've got Fairy Tale Hall. The really cool thing about the programming down there is it is so, everything is so different, right? The amount of variety is crazy. Kids learn creature care with Chewbacca and Rey, right? They learn to make their own super suit in the Marvel Hero Academy. And then some of our really great programs. Disney Junior Dance Party, y'all, is the best children's rave party I've ever seen. It is video, lighting, amazing music. It is so fun. There's Captain Minnie's Academy that's in Mickey and Minnie's deck. There's just so much to do. The Imagineering Lab, the Walt Disney Imagineering Lab, so fun. Yes, we are going to teach the kids some of the magic behind Imagineering. That's going to be really, really terrific. And I can't tell you because you're over 12. But there's going to be some really terrific programming in there as well. Because we know kids today, they know about Imagineers and they want to learn more. And the other cool thing is we have programs like Bell's Storytelling where we're kind of teaching them things like how to write a story, but they don't know they're learning. It's fantastic. We have some STEAM elements built in, right? Math, science, right? It's so great. They don't know. They're just having fun, but they're learning. I love it. It's so great.
My goodness, I love it. You know, I was actually chatting with someone earlier today, and we were talking about our youth activity spaces at Disney's Ocean Air Club, and I mentioned just briefly, you know, all the shows down there, and they went, "You have shows in the youth activity spaces?" And I was like, "Oh my goodness, there's so many fantastic shows down there, and it's such a huge part of that cruise experience, finding things for the kids to enjoy, for the adults to enjoy, and of course the families all together." And actually, speaking of families, a venue here, we haven't even touched on it yet, one of my favorites, Hero Zone. This is such a cool space. This is such an amazing place for families to spend time together, and it's so versatile as well too. And of course, we've also had a big course that's been up there today too, right?
Oh, good. Has anyone done the Incredicourse course yet? Isn't it harder than you think? Right?
Well, it is for superheroes.
I guess that's true, Sarah. I guess that's really true.
Fine details, fine details.
All I know is that when you're trying to climb the ladder to get up the slide and the ship is moving, seriously, folks, you're like, oh. And it is not, I was sweating when I got through it. Do the Incredicourse course. It's so fun for everyone. It's so fun.
It'll take me the whole cruise. The whole cruise I'll be trying.
Where's Ed? He's still in the Incredicourse.
They can't take it down. He's still trying to get through it.
I think we were really nice to them by putting them up when we were actually docked for them to be able to try it, right?
That's very funny.
No, I think it was on this one, but how incredible. Of course, all of the different entertainment everywhere. I mean, I think you all really outlined that there is endless entertainment all around the ship for our families to enjoy. And could you all give a huge round of applause for our panelists for joining us today? We thoroughly appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through all of this. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for coming. Have a great day, everybody.